Alright, here we go. Here's Sloth Boy, Renaissance Man. We're going to show you all today how to put an outlet in on a new circuit, like pull an outlet from a box in the wall. But we're doing this in a crawl space for a dehumidifier, so we probably picked the hardest thing to start a video with, but that's the way we roll. I'll show you the tools we need first. We're going to use an electric screwdriver. This is actually an impact driver. It's my favorite tool. Not necessarily endorsing DeWalt, it's just the ones that I bought 25 years ago, and so I'm sticking with them. Have a box cutter. This is a knife that I carry with me all the time, but I just need the razor blade for stripping wires. We have a pair of Lineman's pliers. The brand doesn't matter. These are great for twisting wires together. Flathead screwdriver. You might want a Phillips screwdriver also, which I have one. Let's see. I have a set. These happen to be electrician screwdrivers. They're insulated all the way to the tip, so it makes it harder to shock yourself when you're using the screwdrivers. A pair of needle nose pliers that helps you grabbing wires. This particular pair has a wire cutter and a wire stripper on it, so you need a wire cutter and a wire stripper if you don't have one. You need a hammer for staples, and then it's handy to have a multimeter, so it has this multimeter. Those are the tools we need. Oh, because we're going to be underneath the house, we need light, headlamps. We love our headlamps. And one of the things that reason we need the hammer is we got some staples we're going to have to put in, and we talk about that in the video. We didn't use any wire nuts this time. So, oh yeah, by the way, I'm telling you about the tools after, so I'm going to edit this into the front, because I've never done a YouTube video before. As you can tell, I'm an amateur at videos, but not at doing this kind of work. See you in a minute. Say hi, Carson.
Hi, Carson.
Alright, this is our first video. This is Carson. He's the Sloth Boy. So yes, we might have some slow moments, but that's what it goes. What we're doing today, if you can tell, is we are underneath the house and we're installing an outlet. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to install an outlet. Now, this is me. I'm the Renaissance Man. I just made that up, but I don't know. We're going to try it and see how it goes. Sloth Boy, Renaissance Man. And we're going to install an outlet. And Sloth Boy is going to do it because I want everybody to see how you do it. But, yeah, hang on that. The reason we have the needle nose pliers here is we got to staple this wire to the floor joists so that it's not hanging out. And wire staples are very short, and if you hold them with your fingers, it's really easy to hit your fingers. So a little trick of the trade that I like to do, because I like my fingers, is to hold the staple with the needle nose pliers, hit it with the hammer, get it started. And this is something that Sloth Boy's never done, so I'm going to show him one time. We're going to hammer the staples up, but we're not going to go super tight, because you can pinch the wire and cause a short. And it's okay if they bend over, because they're almost impossible. That's good. Until it doesn't pull, just strain relief. So here we go. We need one about every 4 feet. So you take the staples. We're going to take the pliers. We're going to go down that way some. I'm going to throw the camera on the floor because we're underneath the house. And you put one on that joist right there. Hold the long end of the staple. If you never seen one of these before, the staple has a short side and a long side. Hold the long end. There we go. Hit it a couple times. Now you can let go with the pliers and just hammer. It's alright if it bends over. It's less than ideal, but it'll work. Keep a little bit more. There we go. Move to the next one. Go right here. It probably would make sense to start with an easier project to film for your first one, but that's not the way we like to do things. We like to do things wherever we are. Sometimes that's starting with the advanced stage. And sometimes the staple falls out. Put it wherever it's easy. Move your body to where it's easy to work. He remembered the pliers trick once he almost hit his finger. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
That's when I remember the pliers trick. All right, now pull the wire tight as you hit it the last couple times. That's good. All right, now let's head down to the dehumidifier. We're going to need our junction box next. Get our junction box. We don't need any more staples. Okay. All right. So, some things to notice. That big metal pipe right there. That's a drain pipe. If you see any pipes laying on the ground when you're underneath your house, don't stand on them. They're usually fairly important, and the weight from standing on them can break them. And if we break this big metal pipe right here, we can end up with poop running underneath the house, and that's not a good thing. So what we gotta do is we gotta get a junction box. There's our dehumidifier and our sump pump to pump the condensate drain out. So we're gonna put a junction box on one of these studs, maybe that one right there. That one. But before we do it, what we have to do is we have to take a knockout out, this right here. There's 4 of them. Doesn't matter which one you knock out. I would probably knock one of those out. Just hit it with the back of the hammer. Just like that. Now this part, he's done before. That's perfect. Now, there's lots of different styles of junction boxes, but for this particular task, you don't have to get it all the way out. Just have to get the wire to go through. Just need one too. I like the kind, this is an adjustable depth box that has the metal bracket, just because it's easy to install. So we're going to hook it on the joist. Hook it on the joist. Pull it down and rotate it up. Like that. Now push it up. All the way. You want the metal plate flat. It's close. And then we'll put a screw in the metal plate, and that'll hold it nice and secure. Nope, stripped the screw up, broke the screw head off. You didn't know your strength.
Nope.
Sorry, we brought some extras. We're just using sheetrock screws because they're cheap and easy. And I have a bunch of them. And you don't need anything much more than that. Put one more in the third hole. Just for grins. That's good. Yeah. There we go. Alright, now we're going to pull the wire over here to the box. And we have stick the end inside the hole that you made. And then pull it through. Pull it all the way through. Okay. We're gonna put one more staple. Yep, one more staple in the joist, kind of close to the box.
Okay,
Right about there. Yep. Because you're supposed to secure the wire within 9 inches of any box. And that keeps somebody from accidentally pulling the wire out of the box. Now, about 9 inches from the end of the box, where the wire comes out of the box, cut it off. Where's those needle-nose pliers? That's our wire cutter. That's a multi-purpose tool that we have. So about 9 inches, which is going to be about here. Take and do this. The span of your fingers and cut it off at that point. Cut it in that spot right there. These aren't the best wire cutting tools, but it will work. There it goes. Now, we need to strip the yellow sheath off of the wire, start up in the box, and then cut down. Watch your hand, don't cut your finger. I should have put a new blade on that before we started this. Can you get a wire out of that spot?
Right here?
Yeah. A new blade, and that just cuts like it's nothing. That's it. And I pull that all the way up. Once you get it off, pull it. Just pull the wires out and pull that all the way up to the top. Just pull on it. Grab here.
Oh yeah.
Just pull. Just pull. There you go. Now take the paper off, it'll pull out. Take the paper off the ground wire. And use the blade. Be careful not to nick the wires. And then cut the yellow off. Cut the yellow.